Check out the most popular section of the New York Times and you'll see an article stand out. Thinking of buying a bike? Get ready for a very long wait. The article is getting a ton of buzz and for very good reasons. The stat that really got me thinking and brought me back to my virtual huddle with Tom a couple months ago was that national bike sales have doubled in the last year, largely triggered by the outbreak. And on top of this story, you've got hundreds of other stories talking about how cities and urban areas are re-engineering themselves for bikes. It led me to put on my consumer shoes and ask, if mobility, broadly defined cars plus bikes, is the need today, how relevant is AAA? And I think what surprised me is if you went through dozens and dozens of pages on Google search, AAA is not part of the answer on bikes. The good news is that there is content related to AAA if you're very specific in the query. Now when you get to the content, it looks good, but it's a little bit of a tease because it takes a while to get to the information you might be looking for related to bikes. So a lot of the people that read the New York Times article and checked AAA might kind of give up pretty quickly. And so here I'm looking at the membership information and it's a bit of a slog. I also just thought as a consumer, could you make the content a little bit more relevant, energizing, interesting? And again, don't shoot the messenger. I'm not suggesting there isn't good content out there. I found a decent amount of it, and some of it had cool visuals and the like, and there were a few snackable listicles listing things out there. But I just thought if the world's moving to bikes, could we energize this and step up our game and score an easy win? I looked at some video content this morning that AAA has sponsored. I think this is from Columbus, good content, but not a lot of views. And you're not alone. A lot of the content out there about bike safety repair is pretty uninspired and fairly old school. I think where you do find great content inspiration, and I used to use this for workshops at Nestle all the time, is just the bike bloggers and the Instagrammers, maybe even the TikTokers, just the way they bring the need to life could be fodder for easy wins with AAA. Let's talk commerce. I put something on my Twitter account last night, the chart of the week, and it's just mind-boggling when you look at the hockey stick growth in e-commerce in the last few weeks. And I was asking myself, boy, is that an opportunity for AAA? I mean, if you go to Amazon, for example, the bike accessory safety equipment is kind of on fire, and you can even tell by the sheer number of reviews that items like reflector lights are getting. Now, this may be too disruptive, but I think this is what Tom was alluding to at my lunch with him. But could you partner with players and use your third-party credentialing to be part of the solution as everybody's rushing to bikes and safety and all the things that AAA already stands for? It just feels like low-hanging fruit. I haven't thought as much about what startups might enable this, but I know Ian is loading you up with all sorts of connections that might help accelerate some of this. In my first tour of duty as a con innovation juror, we gave a big award to Hammerhead, which had bike navigation, and it's since gotten much, much better. That might be an opportunity for a partnership with AAA or some related technology. And this may sound a little bit over the top, but why not extend your brand to partnerships with players like Peloton? I mean, the big issue with them is maintenance. And again, mobility is mobility, virtual or real. Your brand stands for the trusted roadside assistant. And could this be an opportunity for you? And again, if you look at the reviews out there, and I've read hundreds of them, there's a lot of pain expressed by consumers on this front. I also just wonder if these are opportunities for you to be much more relevant to the emerging segments that I know that you're after. My last quick inspiration is that don't wait too long to protect the future. Take domain names, for example. They're a great funnel to relevancy. And so for a few bucks, you can reserve now and just park it for the future. Bike side assistant, ride side sharing, AA bike services. Again, there's a whole bunch of them, but these can be incredibly helpful as you drive relevancy down the line. Hope you found that helpful. We're crazy committed to your success, and there's a lot more where that came from. Thanks.